The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Traymon Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Room here to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And again, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Now Chubb running right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Dante Fowler in on to stop. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 45 yards. And the Broncos Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. But you look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. He was blown up in the backfield. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. There he goes, left side. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Buying time to his left. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Smith to return it.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
14, run it.
Here's Wilson.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver.
Jakeem Grant deep for Cleveland.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
To throw is Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
24!
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flushed out right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Aaron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, second and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's third and 9. Here's Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Tremont Smith. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Round 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Throwing again is Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
54. 55. 54. 59.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
24.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Browns.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Watson, he's going to keep it on the draw. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Watson now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. What's good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Round 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Chubb running to the wide side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right?
Yeah.
Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Grant Delpit
in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. They go play action with Wilson. He's got him in, complete. A huge play there for Denver. 59 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
On first down, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
143 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Watson on first down.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Browns first down.
Watson off play action. He'll buy some time right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Sheds off the tackle. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see this.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. One last throw here for Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Desmond King picks it. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover. It will probably matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now